Lake's Haunting Tale. Friendship, Fear, Chapter 1. The Forbidden Legend. It was supposed to be just another weekend getaway, a fun camping trip by the lake, away from the chaos of the city. Jake, Sophie, Ryan, and Mia packed their tents, marshmallows, and Bluetooth speaker, ready for a weekend of laughter, ghost stories, and stargazing. But this wasn't any ordinary lake. The locals in the nearby village avoided it like a plague, whispering tales about the drowned ones' souls that had vanished beneath the dark, glassy surface, never to be seen again. Some said the lake was cursed, others claimed it was bottomless, leading straight to another world. But Jake, the ever-skeptical leader of the group, laughed it off. "It's just a bunch of old folklore," he said. "Nothing to worry about." Chapter 2. The Vanishing. The first night by the lake was perfect. A roaring campfire, spooky stories, and the sound of crickets in the distance. But just as the clock struck midnight, Ryan noticed some standing on the far side of the lake. A figure, pale and motionless, staring directly at them. "Did you guys see that?" Ryan whispered. But when they looked again, the figure was gone. The group brushed it off as a trick of the light, though an uneasy chill settled over them. The next day, Ryan decided to take a swim despite Sophie's warnings. "Don't go too far," she called, watching him wade deeper into the cold, still water. But in the blink of an eye, he was gone. One moment, he was laughing and splashing around. The next, the surface was calmly calm. "Ryan!" Jake shouted, but there was no response. No ripples, no bubbles, just silence. Chapter 3. The descent panic set in as the friends scrambled to find him. They searched the shoreline, screamed his name, but it was as if the lake had swallowed him whole. Desperate, Jake grabbed a flashlight and dove into the water, determined to find his best friend. As he swam deeper, the water grew colder, the darkness more oppressive. His heart pounded as he spotted something below. Faint glow, like light seeping through cracks in the lake bed. And then he saw them. Faces. Pale, ghostly faces, staring up at him from the depths. Their eyes hollow, their mouths twisted in silent screams. Chapter 4. The hidden world beneath. Before Jake could react, he felt a hand grab his ankle and yank him downward. He kicked and struggled, breaking free just in time to surface, gasping for air. "There's something down there," he sputtered, dragging himself back to shore. "We have to go." But Mia wasn't listening. She was staring at the lake, mesmerized, as if in a trance. "They want us to follow," she whispered. "Ryan's still alive. I can feel it." Against their better judgment, the group decided to investigate. Equipped with scuba gear they'd found in an old lakeside cabin, they dove back into the water, following the glow beneath the surface. What they found defied all logica. Massive, underwater cave, glowing with bioluminescent plants and ancient symbols etched into the walls. At the center of the cave stood an ancient doorway, carved from stone and pulsing with an eerie blue light. Chapter 5. The Drowned Ones Awaken. As they approached the doorway, the temperature dropped, and the water seemed to hum with energy. Suddenly, the door creaked open, releasing a swarm of shadowy figures, the Drowned Ones. The figures swirled around them, whispering in an ancient, guttural language. "Return, or join us forever." Terrified, Jake grabbed Mia's hand and tried to swim back to the surface, but Sophie froze. She could see Ryan standing just beyond the doorway, his eyes wide with terror. "Help me," he mouthed, reaching out. Chapter 6. The Sacrifice. With no time to think, Sophie swam toward him, but as soon as she crossed the threshold, she screamed in agony. Her body began to change, her skin turning pale, her eyes hollowing out. She was becoming one of them. "No!" Jake shouted, but it was too late. The doorway began to close, trapping Sophie and Ryan on the other side. The Drowned Ones retreated, and the cave started to collapse. Desperate to save Mia and himself, Jake swam upward with all his strength, breaking through the surface just as the entire lake seemed to shudder. Chapter 7. The Escape. Or is it? Jake and Mia stumbled back to their campsite, drenched and trembling. The lake was calm again, as if nothing had happened. But they knew the truth. As they packed up to leave, Jake glanced back one last time and froze. Standing on the far side of the lake, barely visible through the mist, was Sophie. She raised her hand in a silent farewell and vanished. Back in the village, they asked the locals about the lake's history. An old man shook his head and said, "You're lucky you made it out. Not everyone does. The lake takes who it wants, and it never lets them go." Ending twist. That night, as Jake drifted off to sleep in his own bed, he heard the sound of water dripping. He looked down and saw wet footprints leading from the window to his bed, and in the darkness, a voice whispered, "Come back to us, Jake. We're waiting."